Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Just at 7:12, Matthew is approaching the Carolinas. In fact, it's there this morning and making his presence known. This is newly released video taken early this morning on the deck of the USS Yorktown in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. You can see the heavy rain swamping the fighter jets on there and the wind, almost deafening. We're still waiting on damage and power outage reports from North and South Carolina this morning. Yeah, they're taking it on the chin out there, buddy.
Yeah, along the coast there, 15 to 20-foot waves possible, go a few miles offshore, like 100 miles. And we had some wave heights over 25 feet.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot is being churned up there. We have hurricane warnings for still parts of Georgia because the storm's down here, but those go all the way up throughout parts of North Carolina. It does not include the Outer Banks, but we go towards about Wilmington and just south of the Outer Banks because the storm's going to travel like that, so we'll be close enough for those stronger winds.
We're going to stronger winds, but we're going to see any of the effects here in Richmond.
We're seeing the rain coming up from Matthew right now. In fact, we'll show you here on the satellite. Here's the center of the storm. It's located just offshore, roughly halfway between Hilton Head and Charleston, South Carolina. But the heavy rain and the higher winds are hitting the coast right now. Winds are at 105 miles an hour, Category 2 hurricanes moving to the north-northeast at 12 miles an hour. But you can see all this rain being funneled in from the Atlantic. A lot of moisture for this system to deal with. And you notice the top of this, we're having rain being drawn up into Virginia as well. Cold front's going to approach from the west. We were going to see some rain today regardless of Matthew, but Matthew has really enhanced our amounts of rain for the day today. So that will be a key player in today's forecast. We'll take a 3-day weather flight underneath it, and you can see the center right here still just a little bit offshore with the really heavy rain just inland. And this is going to track right up against the South Carolina coast today, either just offshore or right along the coast. We may get a landfall later on this morning or early today where the kind of coastline juts out a little bit here, or maybe parts of North Carolina. So the storm should weaken a little bit more, but it's still going to be a Category 1 hurricane with winds of at least 80 miles an hour. Then the storm will be pushed out to sea later tomorrow, and then it will curve back towards the Bahamas. The steering mechanisms on all sides of it are causing it to move that way. Heavy rain across the Carolinas today. In some sections, over 10 to 15 inches of rain there, some isolated higher amounts. But you notice this red swath from east of Emporia in towards Hampton Roads, where we could see over 6 inches of rain. Not as much throughout central Virginia, but there will be some pockets that could see 2 or 3 or more inches of rain. Mid-60s to low 70s in terms of the current temperatures, and there are a few little gaps in the rain here and there, but most areas are seeing at least light to moderate rain. But we do have some pockets of some heavy rain embedded, like Orange up through Culpeper, and you see some here like Amelia, Dinwiddie, down towards Brunswick County and back towards like Mecklenburg County. This is coming up from North Carolina, so we'll have periods of rain, heavy at times today. A lot of areas from the metro and point southward will see probably at least an inch of rain today into tonight. Heavier amounts farther south and east, and then the front's going to push on by. Still raining around this time tomorrow morning in the metro, but then the rain will get pushed out of here and we'll see rapid clearing. So tomorrow afternoon is going to be nice, and we'll have some gusty winds as well. Not so much the first half of the day today, but late today we'll start to see some of the gusts increasing over 20, 25 miles an hour. But as we go into tomorrow morning and the storm moves off to our southeast, we'll have some gusts possibly over 30 in the metro, maybe a few over 40 near the coast. And we could have some gusts down towards Virginia Beach that get up close to about 50 miles an hour. So here's a look at our 7-day forecast. Periods of rain heavy at times today, 71 for a high, so not much more in terms of warming from where we're at now. Rain tonight, 59. Tomorrow, rain early in the morning and then clearing, 68. And then we have a nice week ahead, but it will be cool. Mid-60s Monday and Tuesday, morning lows in the 40s. The coolest mornings we've had since early June. And then some low 70s Wednesday, Thursday before we cool down a little bit Friday. Greg?